It's been 400 days and counting. It's October 23rd, 2024, and these are your headlines. First of all, I have to notice, if you're watching this on video, we've got the I voted early sticker. Let me know if you've gotten a chance to vote, if you like to vote early, or are you someone who prefers to vote on election day? Let me know. But our top story here, marking the latest milestone in the ongoing fallout from the House's impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton last year. It's now been 400 days, 400, since Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick requested a full audit of the impeachment's expenses. House Speaker Dade Phelan has yet to provide taxpayers with that information. A little bit of background. In a letter addressed to State Auditor Lisa Collier last year, Patrick asked for a detailed accounting of all expenditures incurred by the Texas House and the Texas Senate during the time of the impeachment. While the Senate promptly disclosed their costs, showing $435,000 spent during the 2 months of preparation, as well as the trial itself, Phelan and the House, well, they remained silent. Open records requests have uncovered that the impeachment process has cost taxpayers at least $4.3 million. That includes payments made to a public relations firm both before and after the trial. They also hired high-profile Houston attorneys Dick DeGuerin and Rusty Hardin to lead the prosecution at $500 per hour, along with a whole stable of lawyers providing additional support. Now, these legal fees alone well exceed the $3.3 million settlement that the Attorney General's office had reached with a group of former employees who alleged that they were unfairly dismissed. The settlement, according to Phelan, was the impetus for the impeachment. Well, Patrick, meanwhile, is continuing to call out Phelan's lack of transparency. In a social media post today, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick highlighted the 400th day since his audit request. He asked, "What is Dade Phelan afraid to show the public?" Went on to say, "Millions upon millions of your money spent on high-priced private lawyers who lost the case, in addition to the costly state expenses, we're all waiting, Dade." Well, Phelan is currently facing two challengers right now for the speakership, Republican David Cook and Democrat Ana Maria Ramos. Speaking of Attorney General Ken Paxton, he's now suing the federal government for refusing to provide Texas with information necessary to identify potential non-citizens on the voter rolls. According to the Attorney General's office, the Biden-Harris administration is required by federal law to help states verify the citizenship status of individuals suspected of being ineligible to vote, and that their inaction constitutes a violation of that law. Secretary of State Jane Nelson has joined Attorney General Paxton in the lawsuit. She said the federal government is obligated to provide states with information to maintain voter rolls and prevent non-citizen voting. You might remember earlier this month, Paxton demanded that the federal government verify the citizenship status of approximately 450,000 voters. These voters reportedly never had their citizenship verified because they were registered to vote without either a Texas driver's license or state ID. Now Paxton has sued U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, its director, Ur M. Jadoo, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and its director, Alejandro Mayorkas, for allegedly flouting its legal responsibility to provide Texas with that data.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Last up, U.S. Customs and Border Protection has announced the number of Southwest border encounters for September, wrapping up the 2024 federal fiscal year. You ready? Well, September saw the lowest number of encounters since February of 21. That was just a month into the Biden-Harris administration, at 101,790. Fiscal year 2024 ended at 2,135,005 encounters, the lowest since 2021, and it's believed to be a result of a deal made last December between the Biden-Harris administration and Mexico to slow traffic to the U.S.-Mexico border. Todd Bensman and others have posited that the deal was made to improve optics for the Biden-Harris re-election campaign. Immigration, of course, has polled as a key issue for American voters amid the border crisis. Since February of 2021, there have been over 8 million encounters at the southwest border. However, an additional 1.38 million foreign nationals have been allowed to enter the country through the CBP One app, or CHNV parole program, in the past 2 years. That number's not counted in the official tally of encounters, since these controversial programs created by the Biden-Harris administration are currently considered legal pathways into the country. The Trump presidency, by the way, saw a little more than a fourth of that number. It was under 2.5 million between 2017 and 2021. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.